Hello, and welcome to Japanese Craft Beer Reviews. From today, we're going to begin looking at a whole series of beers from a brewery that we haven't touched on yet, and that brewery is called Baeren. And Baeren is a brewery in northern Japan in the city of Morioka, Iwate-ken, Iwate Prefecture, and they have been around since 2001. That was when they were founded, and they are a kind of specialist in German-style beers, and they make a variety of those types of beers, and we will look at several of them. Baeren, their name means bear in German, or it's actually the genitive, the possessive form or plural form of bear, and they do have a bear on their label, and this bear is also standing over a barrel with three traditional beer making tools, so very traditional old style European beer making tools. And Baeren, their original equipment they bought from Germany, and reports are that some of the equipment they bought was actually over 100 years old. And I'm not sure how much of that still exists. They are a fairly large brewery. They're considered a microbrewery though, but they are pretty big. And they make several beers every year. They have three regulars. Those regulars are their classic beer, which is the first one we will look at, the Baeren Classic, which is a Dortmunder style, and a Schwarz beer, and an Alt. So those are their three mainstay beers, but they also make a variety of seasonals throughout the year, and we'll look at about 9 of them. And mainly German styles. They do produce a variety of others as well, but mainly German styles, and they're famous for that in Japan. German style beer has a kind of special place in Japan because the original breweries back in the 1800s were staffed or originated by Europeans, and especially Germans. And Baeren also uses a lot of German ingredients that they import from Germany. And one point about their beers is that while their bottled beers are pasteurized to allow them to be shipped, around the country, their draft beer is not. So if you go to their restaurant in Morioka, you can drink unpasteurized, fresh Baeren beer. On RateBeer, RateBeer lists 104 different beers, individual beers from them, and Untapped has 131, and the Untapped average score is 3.54, a little bit high. So we're going to look at 12 different beers from them, and we will start with their three the three main beers: the Classic, the Schwarz, and the Alt. And let's get going, shall we? Oh, by the way, the bear that they use as on their logo is also the official prefectural animal of Iwate-ken, way up in northern Japan, an area where you might come across a bear in the forest. And now we will take a look at another of Baeren's beers, and this is also a fruit beer. In the last video we looked at Baeren Kabosu Radler, and this is Baeren Raspberry Ale. And it is a fairly new beer on RateBeer. There are no ratings whatsoever, nothing. On Untapped, there were only 3 ratings, and so there are no scores, rating scores whatsoever for these beers. This beer, it's the date of bottling was July 31st, and today is September 23rd. So we're at about not less than 2 months for this beer, so I assume it's that new. It's classified as a fruit beer on RateBeer and 5.5% alcohol. I don't know what the base beer is for it, but in any case, raspberries form a hefty component of the ingredients listed before hops. So let's see what we get here. Well, interesting color. Oops. So it is a very slightly hazy, very lightly hazy, sort of reddish amber, I guess we'd say, with a half a finger or even less than that of kind of slippery white foam. Not a lot coming off there. And let's put it through the light and see what we get here. Okay, so there's certainly some body there. Carbonation. Kind of hard to see. There's very minimal carbonation rising. My head is diminishing quite rapidly. Okay, and aroma. Yeah, raspberry. A raspberry soda. That's basically the aroma, is the nose. Very light raspberry. Kind of almost a slight lactic sort of bit going up into the sinuses. Okay. Okay. We do get raspberry for sure. Quite thin, lightly tangy in mid-palate. A touch of bitterness. Very thin maltiness. It's just on the edge of watery, not quite. And yeah, so body is thin, and it's just not as satisfying as I thought it might be. It's interesting. Light tanginess. Very mild bit of astringency in the final. Not a lot. Okay, this is okay. Not exceptional, but it's nice to have somebody make something new, and I think this is new for them, raspberry ale. I'm not sure where they got the raspberries. Raspberries are not a fruit you commonly see in Japan. You might find them occasionally, but in a supermarket, but not so common really. And so they might have been expensive, and I'm not sure exactly where they got them, if it even says on the label or not. In any case, interesting light fruit beer. It's called Baeren Raspberry Ale, and you might want to give this one a go. I don't think it's the best of Baeren's beers, but I do appreciate them trying something new. And this came out in the middle of the hot summer, and I suppose it would be very refreshing then. We're sort of at the end of summer now. In any case, have a look at Baeren's website and see what they have there for sale. If you live in Japan, you can order a variety of their beers, and they do make many. They have a 12-pack set of 12 individual beers you can get, and then a variety of sets where you can get multiple bottles of the same kind of beer and that sort of thing. So give them a go. They are one of the better breweries in Japan. Okay, that's it for today, and next video we'll look at another of Baeren's beers. We have 12 to look at, and I'm enjoying every single one. I hope you are enjoying the videos as well. Please subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment. I'd like to hear from you, and I will reply. You take care. Bye-bye.